Hey, what it do, chat? What's good? Welcome to the deeper level tonight. So I'm checking out some of the different things that can be crafted. Crit rating on the invert cloth. All right, we sell some accessories. Reserved. You know, you get used to the AI one way or the UI, and then they change it. So it's just gonna take some getting used to. That's all. Bitter end. Actually, bought one too many. But no, I still need more. So it's all good. Hey, Pallet, what's going on tonight? How you feeling? How you feeling? I was going through some notes today, preparing for the podcast on Sunday. It'll definitely be a dope podcast. Looking forward to hearing what Mr. Kyle has to say. There we go. Yeah, I'm ready for it. I am ready for it. I was preparing my notes and questions and stuff today, so I probably got about halfway through it. Um, so tomorrow, while I'm at work, in between times, I'll work on it and finish the other 5 questions because I generally try to do 10 questions, spacing them out, covering different things and just allow for a good flow. I think the coolest thing about this podcast tomorrow is that I know Cal personally and have been knowing him now for about a year and a half, ever since he came through the dealership, because I actually met him through work. And of course, he never introduced himself as, a voice actor or actor or anything like that. He was just like, hey, I'm, Cal Wyatt. I gave him my name, and that was pretty much it. And some people that I worked with who knew I was in gaming was like, hey man, you may know that guy. Have you heard of that guy? And, his name is Kyle, and, I think he's been in video games and blah, 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 blah. So, of course, me, once they said that, I'm going to go back and introduce myself and try to get the facts. So lo and behold, he was one of the iconic voices for Mortal Kombat, all the way back in 1992. All right, hang on, chat. Open chest. Hey, what's going on, Rage? Yeah, man, it look. Hey, bro, telling you, man, it looks way better. Airship Syndicate really got down on this one. Man, they still didn't change the drop rate for Wolf Echo. Suckers still won't drop, man. Hey, shout out to my guy Sleeper Kid. Appreciate you for the sub again over here on the channel. Yes, sir. Let's go. I'm just noticing too, man. I'm hearing sounds that I ain't never heard before. That's a good thing. I done retweaked and tuned these headphones. Hey, shout out to N3000, man. What's up, bro? Playing a new updated version on Wayfinder. Hopefully everybody tonight is good. Revamping yourself. Like personally? Or are you saying you're revamping some things? Either way, though, that's dope, man, because, you know, we definitely all have those times where we need to do exactly that. And I think the healthiest part, personally, got it. I think the healthiest part of revamping um, is just knowing we need to. So to even be able to make that statement that you just made is a very healthy state of mind. Because a lot of times, you know, we personally can get in denial. You know I had those times in life where I needed to do that, needed to revamp. But I'm like, nah, I'm good. It ain't me. Hey, so appreciate the love, everybody on the YouTube. We just hit a growth spurt again. Because it's all about having your game. You know, it's just like wrestling or anything else. You got to have, you know, like in wrestling, you got to have your guy. You know, you can't just watch it. You got to have that person that, you know, you follow actively, that gets you into it, that motivates you, or whatever the case is. And, you know, ever since I got to play the alpha for Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, that's totally my type of game. So, you know, it's given me a breath of fresh air, and so I've started my content creation back. So appreciate everybody that's been rocking with the deeper level. I think that's the thing that I like the most about the community that we built online, is because it's no pressure. Like, you know, I don't wake up and lose subscribers just because I'm not always cranking out content. I think I've built and branded my channel to know that I'm a part-time content creator. So, you know, I create based off of inspiration. If there's not a game that I want to make content for, then, you know, I don't do it, because I don't really have the pressure of that being my way of living. So I don't do it just to try to pay the bills. I can do it out of fun because I genuinely enjoy doing it. So yeah, I just want to appreciate everybody that's been rocking with me. But you know, we done hit another growth spurt, and got up this morning to about another 20 followers, um, 20 plus subscribers. So appreciate it so much. And I think over the last 2 days I've uploaded 5 videos. So yeah. So I tell you what is, since we got this chat going tonight, let's talk movies for a little bit. Like, what is the most disturbing movie you've ever seen? Now it's a difference. Not scary movies. I'm not talking about scary. Uh, but what is the most disturbing movie that you've ever seen? And I got mine. Like I know exactly what it is for me. I'm just curious as to what y'all think about that. The way this conversation came up is I was at work, and you know, a guy was asking me if I had seen a certain movie, and I hadn't. And he was just like, yeah, you know, seeing that makes me feel uneasy. And he couldn't really find the word that he was looking for. Yeah, okay, see, all right. That right there, N3000, I think I was talking to DZ about that one time too. Like, I personally hadn't seen it, but I've seen the trailer, and so I got the gist of what it's about. And so because I know what it's about, like, I won't watch it. Not because I'm scared by any means, because there's not a horror movie out there that scares me. But there are some movies out there that are disturbing. And with that being said, you know, the older I get, I'm more intentional about guarding, you know, my mind, my thought processes, my peace, and stuff like that. So, oh no, yeah, hey, you ain't gotta worry, N3000, dude. I can't do it. I can't do it, brother. That's because I know it's gonna be disturbing. Yep, I know it, and I think there's even a part 2 of that. N3000. Because I heard somebody else say something about it one day, and you know, of course, I looked it up, and I was like, nah, I think I'm gonna pass. But you know, you just kind of question the mindset of some people. You know, where did they get the ideas uh, from these, you know, for these movies? Who conjured this up? You know, who sit down and wrote something like this? But for me though, chat, it's Tusk. That's probably the most disturbing movie I've ever seen. Just because of just the plot. You know, it leaves you at the end of it wondering, like, what in the world did I just watch? Yeah, hey, don't do it. I'm telling you, brother. And so now, like, I ask questions. I mean, I'm so intentional now, at this age. Like, I ask questions. If somebody say, "Oh, well, such and such is good," or blah 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 blah, I ask them straight up, "What is it about?" And I decide right then if I'm gonna open my mind up to something like that. Cause I'm tell you, boy, you get some stuff out there in left field, chat. Speaking of movies, I hadn't seen it, um, but I'm hearing mixed reviews on this movie that's recent, and I think it's a Netflix movie, the one that just came out with Julia Roberts and Mahershala Ali. And the people that I've been talking to at work said that it's probably the worst movie that they ever seen. Um, and it's simply because they said that the movie leads you on the whole time. You're waiting for something to happen. It's almost like your nerves get bad on waiting for that moment that just make you go like, okay, this is what we've been waiting on, you know. Right. And here's the thing. So again, as I always tell people, I ask, what is it about? So when they got to discussing it at work and they told me about it, I knew it was, related to the powers that be. And you say to yourself, where do they get the idea for this stuff? From where does the inspiration come from? And so it really kind of lets you know what be on some people's minds. That if they wanted to pull this off, they could. And ain't it strange? Because once I found out what the movie is about, again, I'm in the auto industry. Ain't it strange that Tesla is really heavy in that movie? And now all of a sudden, if y'all noticed over the last week since the movie dropped, all of the Tesla cars have been recalled. I mean, like, this is facts. This ain't no joke. All right. So it's just, again, one of those things that make you go, you know what, Pallet? I can't think of the name right offhand. Hang on a second. See, I can find it right quick. Leave the World Behind. That's the name of it, Palette. Like, it just dropped on Netflix this week, I believe. And they've been marketing it and promoting it heavy. And so it dropped. But in the movie, it's basically about, like, if all of the electronics in the world went down, and stuff like that, how would people survive? To an extent. Again, I hadn't seen it, so I can't say specifically how accurate my paraphrasing is, but I know there's a scene on there basically where the electric cars shut down Teslas, and it's a pile of Teslas just piled up, and so that scene comes out, and then strangely enough, Tesla in real life puts out a recall on all Tesla vehicles. And so, you just kind of be like, Yes, absolutely, Pally. It's very interesting. It's very interesting. Because one thing about it, in the world that we live in, you don't ever know what the government up to in America, buddy. You know, I've been talking about it for years that, you know, uh, powers that be is a real thing. Because how else do you explain it? I mean, like, that's too big of a coincidence. That's too big of a coincidence. Yeah, see, and that was kind of my thing too, is because, you know, at work, a lot of people was like, oh, well, you know, don't waste your time, you know, it ain't good, you know, blah, 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 blah. But of course, when I asked what is it about and they explained the plot, I was kind of thinking, okay, this is technically my type of movie. Hey, what up, hero? Seems you found your way into the deeper depths. Yes, sir. Absolutely. How you doing, buddy? Yeah, I've consistently heard that in 3000. I've consistently heard that about Godzilla minus one. Man, doing good, hero. Doing good, bro. You know, long work day, but we got through it. And so now I'm just chilling on it. Okay, I just figured out too why I can hear sounds that I couldn't hear before. It's because I just checked the setting I see now why it's like that. So cool. Now I see what I need to do. All right. Hey, don't forget everybody too. Sunday, tune into the Deeper Level podcast. I'll be going live with my friend Kyle Wyatt. Been knowing him for about a year and a half. And for those of you who are not sure who Kyle Wyatt is, he is the legendary voice actor who branded the Mortal Kombat cry or Mortal Kombat yell, however you want to say it. The infamous Mortal Kombat. And I don't know if he ever even thought that it would be as big as it is. Because truth be told, in my mind, that's probably one of the most well-branded jingles that there is out there. Because, I mean, they use that in everything. You know, that was used in the movies. That was used in the techno song. All of the games. All of the commercials. Now, Dave Bautista tried to do it in the most recent promo this year when Mortal Kombat 1 dropped. He did okay. He did okay, but you know, it wasn't no Kyle Wyatt level Mortal Kombat yell. Hey, Hero, you ready for Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, brother? Three's Company. Yeah, you know, it just, when he did it, it was corny, man. I mean, it was so mid, man, I'm telling you. And I think what's worse, like, I didn't even get the connection. Like, I could see if he was the voice actor for one of the characters, or you know, in the game some kind of way. But, you know, just seeing Dave Batista do it, I was just like, you know, no, not that I know of. Now, I could be wrong. No, he's not. Now, what a lot of people do confuse is because of his wrestling background and his wrestling roots is what's his name? Samoa Joe is the voice actor for King Shark on Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. Need to refresh my OLED panel too. Yeah, he is. Yeah, Samoa Joe really is, man. And I was really glad to see him get casted as that role because he's doing a phenomenal job. Beat him down. That's what I'm talking about. Matter of fact, Ken called me N3000 earlier today. I didn't catch it though because I had a customer, so I gotta hit him and see what's good. Gotcha. Yeah, yeah, and that's true. Yeah, when he, because with his job, you know, he works in the tire center, and let me tell you, Sam's, truth be told, as far as tires, uh, and those type of repairs, Sam's actually gets more business than the majority of our dealerships. Because they got great prices on tires. I got to give it to them. They got excellent prices on tires. Hey, Digital, what's up, man? Every time you finish work, I'm online. Okay, okay, word. Man, that's what's up, bro. I'm telling you, man, I'm really humbled, man. You know, just the response and you know the love that we've gotten lately on the channel, online, both on YouTube, Twitter, and you know even here now Twitch. These platforms, I really appreciate it, bro. So I'm telling you, I don't take that for granted at all, Digital. And your feedback on my Suicide Squad content actually has helped me to brainstorm new and fresh ideas. So I really appreciate your responses, bro. I just wanted to tell you that publicly, um, because I'm actually going to work on a video that's going to kind of include your comment from the other day that I asked you about, because I think that's definitely the way that they need to do it. You know, if Suicide Squad does that, if they add that component, that's definitely the way that they need to do it. I think that would make all the sense in the world to do it that way. Oh, ability. Hey, I got you, bro. You ain't got to worry about it, man. Cause like I say, if I use something from another person, another content creator, whatever the case is, I'm definitely gonna give them the look. So I got you, bro. Say less. Definitely say less. I got you. Oh yeah, you got to do that, palette. You got to do that. Cause I also get that same respect, and that's kind of what has helped me to build my brand. I tell people all the time, Evan Falarka, you know, shout out to Evan Falarka, leader of the Spidey Squad. Um, you know, 100 and something thousand subscribers, huge YouTube. Uh, one of the biggest Spider-Man content creators out there. Um, oh yeah, no, you good, you good. Whether you're a creator or not, digital, I'm gonna give you the shout out, man. I'm gonna give you the look because, you know, again, like I said, that's what people have done for me. You know, literally when the podcast with Tony Todd went worldwide and went viral, it was not because I had him on the show. It was not because of my personal channel. What happened was Evan Falarka got wind that the interview went down. And at that time in 22, there was no news about Marvel Spider Man 2. Um, Nobody was saying nothing. Insomniac Games was quiet. Didn't nobody know anything. So when Tony Todd agreed to come on my podcast at that time, nobody knew anything. So people were starving for answers. They were starving for information. And other content creators like Evan Falarka and some of the bigger guys didn't know anything, you know, and didn't have that um, connection for that interview. So it was perfect timing. And so once Evan Falarka got wind of it, he shared it on his social media page. And because he already had the 100,000 subscribers and he already had that audience, then that's what made it go viral because Screen Rant picked it up, um, comicbook.com picked it up. And so, you know, I woke up that next morning, man, I'll never forget it. I posted it at night, and Evan Falarka is on the West Coast, so they're 2 hours behind. So I did the interview with Tony Todd at like 7 o'clock here, um, our time. So boom, we did the interview. I got off. Well, I reposted it to Twitter just to say, hey, it's up. Go check it out. And I tagged Insomniac Games in it. Because, you know, I knew it was nothing that was shared that was going to break NDA. Because if y'all have noticed the way that I do my interviews on my podcast, I never maliciously ask anything that's going to put the actor in a jeopardizing position, you know, to break their NDAs. to leak something. I just don't do that. We're not about that here on the deep level. So anyway, about 9 o'clock, went to sleep. It was a work day the next day. And keep in mind, on the West Coast, they're 2 hours behind us on Pacific time. I'm Central time. So here I am going to bed at 9, and I'm telling my age now because I'm pretty sure I got somebody listening like, hey, you go to bed at 9 o'clock? Trust me, keep a living, you'll understand. That's what the old folks used to say back in the day down here in the South. Keep a living. They didn't say keep living, but it was keep a living, like Keep a living. But anyway, yeah, you'll get that when you turn 40. Trust me, you'll be going to bed at 9 o'clock too. But anyway, now which is past 9 tonight, but as you can tell, your boy feel pretty good. So anyway, went to bed at 9 o'clock. Well, I woke up at like 5 because that's the thing about going to bed early. You also get up early. Your body is just programmed to do so. Don't need an alarm clock. Just once you program your body to do it, it happens. So woke up at 5 o'clock or 5:30 the next day. Well, I looked down at my phone. Um, hey, facts digital. It's good for the man. Listen, I enjoy sleep so much now. I enjoy rest so much now. Like that's a whole nother conversation. I mean, I could park right there and talk for 2 hours on how good just resting feels now. Like back in the day as a young person, I felt like, okay, if I go to sleep early, I'm missing out on something. So I'm trying to stay up till midnight. And I'm thinking to myself now, like, stay up to midnight for what? I mean, go to sleep. Whatever it is going to be there tomorrow, you know, um, Lord willing. So anyway, I wake up at 5:30 and I always just kind of out of habit uh, look over at my phone, just to make sure there's no messages, no missed calls, because as I'm getting older, that means loved ones, parents, and stuff like that are getting older. So I always make sure that I just kind of check and make sure everybody's good. Didn't get no text or nothing in the night saying, hey, something's wrong. So that's just a habit. Exactly, Palette. Boundaries and self-discipline. Exactly. You got to you got to have them. I mean, it's super important. Got to have them. So I look over at my phone. It's 5:30 in the morning, and my phone is lit up like a Christmas tree. I mean, it's blinking, it's flashing. Um, Messages are coming across the top of it. Notifications out the wazoo. So, of course, the first thing that I do is I slightly kind of panic because as many messages and notifications I'm getting, I'm thinking somebody done died. I mean, like literally, you know. Um, so I grab my phone and I'm trying to trace back because once you get in the thread, you're trying to trace back the original comment. So at this point, there was thousands of comments, thousands of shares, thousands of retweets, and I'm trying to trace it all back. And once I traced it all back, the original source was Evan Falarka. Him sharing it on his page, that's what caused everybody else to pick it up. And then at that point, boom, it was viral. And by the time I got to work, it was all over the world. I mean, it was articles everywhere. And so I was really just grateful and, humbled to have had the look um, and the embrace from Evan Falarka. And then, boom, the rest was history. Evan Falarka followed me. Caboose start following me. Uh, I mean, just too many people to count that's in the industry and creators and stuff like that. So, it was just really grateful. So I said all that to say this, digital. So the same way somebody did it for me, I'ma always give that same respect to anybody else that I get the inspiration from or that I get the info from. I'm gonna give them the look. I just been trained to do that as a creator now. Still behind today, came home, partner gets out of bed, it's 4 p.m. She's in bed the whole day, died with laughter. Yeah, buddy. Working, working, working. Hey, yes, sir. We all need a little help. And you know what, digital, and okay too on the game. Yeah, we definitely, man, will get a chance to squad up, bro. So count on it, bro. We, man, when that thing come out, Suicide Squad, I'm so ready. And I wish they would at least schedule a date for a beta, an open beta, because I'm ready to talk about the game. Like I really want to talk about the game. But we did the private alpha test, of course. We signed an NDA, and we can't say anything about it until they give us the permission to. But man, oh man, let me just tell y'all, we in for a treat. Yeah, but we all need a little help, man, when we get older, bro. In various areas, and I think the key is just not having too much pride to admit that, and not only admit that we need help, but also to accept the help when it's offered. Because I'm to a point now where if I need help with something, I just need help with something. Nah, nah, bro. I'm telling you, man, it's all good, bro. I'm telling you, it's all good. Matter of fact, I got a better one for you. So Monday we had our Christmas party, right? Um, for the job, and this has probably been the first Christmas party we've had in 3 years since COVID. Because you couldn't have any mass gatherings, and so it just kind of phased out. Well, we all came back together this year, and had it at the bowling alley. Man, listen. When I tell you everybody over the age of 40 that night or the next day, everybody was hurt. Yeah, it's fun, Pallet, if you're 30. I'm telling you, that next day we was struggling. And the funny thing is, Tuesday morning, didn't nobody want to say nothing, you know, but people was just kind of looking around at other people, you know, seeing grimaces on their face, and then it kind of made them feel more comfortable. And they was like, "Is anybody else sore? Is anybody else hurt?" Man, what they say there for everybody and their mama was hurting at the dealership, trying to play golf or trying to play bowling. Excuse me. I'm sure golf would be 10 times worse. Trying to swing.
Let's see some fireworks.
Now I do like to watch it, G Davis. I do like to watch it. And I actually, especially now with my position, a lot of times the national finance directors will organize golf tournaments for all the finance managers in the company. So I've gotten invited before to a golf tournament, but I didn't go because it's too expensive, man. I mean, the gear alone. Uh, oh, you play? Oh, okay. Well, brother, I'm telling you, man, the gear alone is super expensive. I would have had to spend to basically get the gear I needed to go to the golf tournament. I would have had to spend like $3,000, and I was like, nah. So that whole thing about business deals are done on the golf course. They really are. I mean, it is a wealthy man's hobby. I mean, if you go all in with it, you know, and so you know, if you do the shoes and the gear and you know, a bag of clubs, I mean, it just gets astronomical. And I know everybody else was gonna be out there with all that stuff, so I was like, nah, I'll stick to gaming. Now, whenever they have a national gaming event, count me in. I'll be there. I already got the gear for that. You got a mechanical bull? Oh no. Yeah. No. Bro. Ain't no way. And because I'm telling you, as you get older, it just man, especially if you're not in the habit of doing stuff. Now, like, I work out in the gym, but still, there are certain, and this is proven, and I know this from the hard way. Um, you can work out in the gym, but there are still muscles in working out that you're not using. I don't care how much you can bench press. I don't care how. Ooh, that is nice. Wait a minute, what did he just do? Okay, that may be his special. Man, whatever they did was nice. I like that. Um, but yeah, so when you're working out, you hey, you hear me, Pallet? Man, if I got on a mechanical, and I'm leading into why I'm saying that. If there's stuff that you don't do every day, you just do it every now and then. Like, you risk getting yourself injured. And I was trying to tell a guy that I worked with this same thing 3 years ago, and he'll admit this publicly. Um, he was like, "Well, yeah, man, I'm after I get off work, getting ready to go play basketball with the fellas. I hadn't done this in years." And I was like, "Wait a minute, hold up, bro." I said, "What'd you just say?" Keep in mind, at this age, he was 32 years old. This was a few years ago. I hadn't turned 40 yet. I was like 37 or 38 or something. And he was like, "Man, yeah, I'm excited because when I get off work, I'm going to play basketball with the fellas. You know, we all hooking back up. I hadn't played in years." I said, "Okay, yeah, I thought that's what you said." I said, "Bro, listen." I said, "Don't do it." Now, if you always play basketball, if you're been playing basketball since you got out of high school and you hoop regularly, you know your joints and ligaments are already limber. You know, so you're in the habit of playing. You got the muscle memory for that. But I said, bro, you in your early 30s and hadn't played since high school. I said, I'm telling you, man, you're risking an injury. "Oh no, man, you know it's all good, blah blah blah, woo woo woo." I said, "All right, I'm telling you." And the reason I know that from experience because I remember, like I said, I used to uh lift weights, um, or not used to, I still do. But what I'm saying is, I do that regularly. All right, and at this time, my son was playing little league baseball. And you know, when you go out there for little league baseball, if they don't have enough coaches, they ask the adults, you know, "Hey, do you want to kind of help be a coach or fill in for a coach?" So I was like, "All right, yeah, sure," because I used to play baseball when I was young. In fact, that was my favorite sport and was really, really good at it. Um, Played all the way up until 10th grade. So anyway, so I was like, "Yeah, I'll be a fill in coach." Now, keep in mind, I worked out in the gym every day. All right, got out there, uh, start throwing the ball, reaching down, scooping up the ball, and all of these different little drills that I'm showing the kids. When I woke up that next day, chat, when I tell you I was in so much pain, and this is when I'm talking about I was hitting it hard as I've ever hit it in the gym during this time. But still, in working out, there was muscles that I weren't using that when I played little league ball with them just for that day, practicing, bending down, pivoting, twisting, turning, scooping up the ball. It worked muscles that I had not worked even in my daily routine of working out. Exactly. That's what I'm saying, N3000. You got to ease into it. Gotta stretch. Because if your muscles and joints and stuff ain't limber and you just try to go out there cold turkey. Well, anyway, I said all that to say this. So I told him that night. And I even tried to tell him, I was like, "Bro, this was my experience just doing a softball practice with kids, okay?" And I was in pain. I was like, "Look, man, you're a career guy, need your job, don't do it. You ain't played basketball in almost 20 years." I said, "I'm telling you, man, you're risking an injury." "Oh yeah, woo woo woo." Well, that's the thing with this generation. You can't tell him nothing. Sure enough, very next day, has anybody seen so and so? Oh, we ain't seen him. Well, finally, at that time, this is before I was in management, the service manager comes around to everybody's desk and says, well, such and such is going to be out for a while. Uh, he's got a torn ACL or Achilles. One of the two. One of the two. Yeah, the Achilles tendon. He tore it. That's what it was. And he's going to be out. Got to have corrective surgery. This, that, and other. I text him. I said, hey, man, how you doing? Now, of course, I didn't text on some I told you so stuff because that just ain't my character. But I text him about lunchtime that day and I said, hey, bro, man, I heard, that you tore a muscle or whatever and you're going to be out and you got to have corrective surgery. And he was like, yeah, I got to have surgery tomorrow and this, that, and other. And he responds and he says, I should have listened. I said, bro, listen, it ain't even about that. This ain't a I told you so moment. I said, man, I'm just trying to see how you doing because at 32 years old, that's a much nastier surgery than when you're 20 because you don't heal the same. And I said, how long are they telling you that you're going to be off work? And he was like, man, I'm going to have to be off work for I think he said 3 months. It was 3 months at the time. And then even when he came back, he had this little boot thing on and this little scooter deal because he had to keep his foot elevated and all that stuff. Well, hands down, it was a nightmare for him because number one, he lost income. He couldn't work. Now, of course, he didn't lose his job because, we just got that type of company. And the owners of the company are really, really cool. So what he had promised him is look, whenever you come back to work, your position will be saved. But still, even though you got a saved position, that ain't earning you no money. And at this time, him and his old lady had just moved in together. Of course, they wasn't married at the time. They had just moved in together. They had just bought a place. And it was a nightmare because that causes friction. Because think about trying to explain to somebody you're trying to build with that, hey, our finances are suffering because I decided to go out and play basketball. So, with that being said, at our age, it's just some stuff you can't do. And I won't do it. Because again, I got my family in mind. I got to go to work. I don't know about nobody else, but I can't sit around the house. I got to, it's detrimental to our livelihood. Okay. I got to go to work. It ain't no if, ands, or buts about it. It ain't no get up one day, well, I don't feel like going. No, I got to go. I say it all the time. Somebody got to go to work. Somebody is me. So yeah, some stuff I don't even do. And that's just like this year when we went to Disney. I kid you not, chat. This time when we went to Galaxy's Edge, see, the last time we was there 2 years ago, we went to the Avengers Park and the other side where Pixar cars and all that stuff. And man, we messed around and got on that start a dodgeball team. No, ain't no way, brother. Ain't no way. I'm gonna stay away from that dodgeball just like them mechanical bulls, bro. But man, we messed around and got on the Guardians of the Galaxy ride at Avengers Park before we knew what the Galaxy Guardians of the Galaxy ride was. So that's why I'm gonna start Googling stuff now. And man, when we got on that machine, that ride, and it dropped us 15, 20 stories. I said, nah, I ain't gonna never do this again. So this time when we went to Disney, chat, we was riding the kiddie rides. Hey, facts, palette, facts. Telling you. Google, YouTube, all the above. I'm gonna start doing research. Telling you, man, when we went to Disney this time, we only got on what looked safe. Y'all know, like the little teacups that you sit inside and they spin around slowly. Like that's the kind of stuff we was trying to ride this time. Cause man, I ain't got time for no injuries. I ain't got time to be risking my livelihood. I gotta earn this bread, bruh. I got bills to pay. I am too cautious now. Hey, Sleep, you hear me? I am too cautious. Oh, it's fun. We had fun. Nah, bruh. I'm out. I can't. Yes, sir. No heart jumping rides. I can't do it. It even seem like it's dangerous. But see, at this age now, chat, like, you know, when I was young, I used to jump off. We had some stairs or some steps. I ain't gonna say stairs. We had like 3 steps in the house I grew up in. And I remember every morning I would run out the door and jump off the steps. Now, as my 40-year-old self, I'm sitting up here thinking, what in the world was I thinking? But as a child, oh, that's fun. Shoot, now, brother, it could be 3 kiddie steps. I'm gonna take the steps. I'm gonna take the steps. One time you got a fair pass, baby sister, she could go as much as she want. After 2 days, I was sick as a. Come on, man. Come on, you hear me? You hear me, pallet? I can't handle it. Went to Australia to Australia, nice. Took my cousins to theme parks over there. Went to Batman Museum twice. Oh, they got a Batman museum. Hey, listen to me, N3000. You hear me? Each step, one by one. Yeah, when I say take the steps, that's what I'm talking about. One by one and carefully stepping at that. Cause see, now at our age, chat, we can just wake up, we can get out the bed the wrong way, and something be hurt. Hey, facts, pallet. Like back in the day, shoot, man, we would go to the fair, and we'd almost be in tears having to leave. You know, trying to stay till midnight and all that other stuff. Shoot, now let me go get a peanut patty or two, a funnel cake, walk one full lap around the whole thing. I'm good. Man, sleep. You hear me? Like some sitting on side of the bed. Uh, you know, feet out the bed, like you want to get up, but you gotta sit there and think for a minute. You gotta warm up now. Hey, Alex, what's up, man? 100 x 100 fighting game has been announced. Really? Hey, don't feel bad. That one lap is me too. I promise you that one lap is me. I hit that one lap, and I'm like, all right, I done seen everything. I done seen everybody. I done said what's up to everybody. I'm gonna say what's up to. Let's roll. Hey, help a brother out, Alex. Yeah, see, I'm not even familiar with that brand, so I don't know, man. So Hunter. Hey Alex, hey man, you already know how I do, bro. You already know how I do on the deeper level. Oh man, that's funny. I laugh at myself sometimes. Say it's fire. Now, what kind of fighting game is it? Is it like a 2D fighter, side scrolling, or basically this is just like the preliminary announcement they hadn't really showed yet? I'm assuming, right? Hey, you see we got a trailer for Tenkaichi Budokai 4 at the Game Awards. It didn't say a release date, but it's definitely 2024. A full scale fighting game. Bet N3000, yes sir. Okay, they're gonna reveal it on January 6th. Okay, bet. Yeah, first trailer. All right, chat. Check it out. It is almost 10 o'clock. Man, chat. Hey, listen. Kanye West. Now, when I don't know what time I'm gonna stream tomorrow because tomorrow night my daughter has a play. She's in the Chicago production that the school is putting on. She's been doing the play for the last 2 nights. Tomorrow is the final night, so I'll get off work early enough to actually go to the play and see the entire production. I heard she's doing an amazing job, so can't wait to see that and support that. But chat, at some point in time, the next stream, got to talk about Kanye West. I mean, this dude, it's Kanye West. I mean that's all I can say. It's Kanye West. I don't expect nothing no different. I don't expect nothing no different. Exactly in 3000. Exactly. I don't expect nothing no different. He is a clown. He does. That's the thing. He does. It's like a mad scientist, bro. It's like a mad scientist. They gonna cook, but all the other stuff that come with the cooking, I mean, and he know it, and he's smart at the same time because he know he gonna do something that's gonna have folks doing exactly what I'm doing on this podcast right now. And that's talking about him. He already know. So he know what he be doing. But anyway, we'll talk about that. So if by happens chance I forget to mention it, make sure y'all bring it up on the next stream so we can have this conversation because I really want to see what y'all thoughts are on all of this stuff that has gone down over the last 3 days. Which, by the way, he missed the release date. Um, so, but yeah, we'll talk about all that. Okay, so Dragon Ball Battle Hour is next month. We'll get more Tenkaichi 4 there. Okay, bet. Good deal. I hope they give us a release date. I want a release date, but I know it's 2024. Um, it, yeah, yeah. Real talk in 3000. All right, chat. Let's see. Favorite song is Gone. First album. All the teenagers then, man, it's just wow. Hey, it really is digital. Like I say, we gonna get into it, chat. So we gonna chop it up. So listen, make sure you like and subscribe. Also hit the notification bell so you're notified every time I go live and more content is available. Whether you're on the purple side, Twitch, or the red side, YouTube, go ahead and hit that button. All right, this is Deeper Depths getting ready to sign out, and I'll see y'all again on the next stream. Peace.